This is a question and answer session with Michael Bayley.
Us with him yesterday after the I don't recognize you from
I'm live on TikTok, so I'm streaming it. This is a Common Ground. It's a question and answer session with Michael Bayley. We're getting ready to start. They're doing like highlights on the screen of our world cruise, all the things we saw. Can you tell Lydia to tell Tam yes, please, for the coffee? And that I'm live streaming.
There we go. Bussy Knox.
Thank you.
That was not the day we were dying. It was, yeah.
Righty-ho. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Good morning, day 272.
Yay!
You booked it, don't blame me. You booked it, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. I've been told by many guests it's like getting parole. That's what I've been told. That's what it feels like for you. It is, it's very, very tough. Because you've got to take it easy. When you leave in a few days' time, everybody, you've got to reacclimatise to being home. You know that. Things are different. Things are different on dry land. They're different, everybody. You've got to start cooking for yourself again when you get home. Do you know that? Okay, you've got to do those things, I know. But it's 3 great days. We've got 2 great sea days. And I'm going to ask a question right from the beginning. Have you enjoyed your 272 days? Well done, everybody. Now then, we have a jam-packed hour or so. We're going to start, before we go into introducing our leadership team, of course, I'm going to bring out a group that was one of the first to perform. If you can cast your minds back to the early days, a year ago when we were all younger, right? The good old days. We introduced you our second act of the Ultimate World Cruise. Was 5 gentlemen who we immediately started getting comments about, are they going to perform again? Can they do another show? Can they come back? This was how we all came to be. And they're going to do another main show tomorrow night here in the Tropical Theatre. But we thought let's open today's Common Ground with the group with 2 amazing songs because they are superb. Would you please go wild once again and welcome Mosaic, everybody!
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Did you guys miss us while we were gone? Well, we are happy to be here with you all this morning, and we're going to do another song before we get out of here, but we just wanted to say thank you for having us back, and we are going to be doing 2 shows tomorrow, so please come back and see us, and we'd love to, yes, you can clap for that. Thank you all very much, and we are Mosaic, MO5AIC, so let's have a good time tomorrow. Is that all right? Can we have it tomorrow? Is that all right? Very good. Drifting through the wind, wanting to start again. Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you? Ignite the light and let it shine. Just stop the night like the 4th of July. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show what you worth. You make it go as you shoot across the sky. As you shoot across the sky, baby, you're a
They're back in bed already, I've been told. They're straight back there. They're straight back there. They are performing tomorrow night. They have their main show at 6:45 and 8:30 here in the Tropical Theatre. Regular show times. You'll see all that, of course, in the Royal Caribbean app. But one more time, Mosaic, everybody kicking off. Right, can we grab the house lights? Can we get those house lights up? Because I'm just going to transition, and I just want to see whenever you like, anytime, whenever you go. Just want to see everybody for the final time, because we're going to miss you. We're going to miss you, everybody. Not all of you, but... so I thought I was thinking, I didn't realise I said that, my apologies. You know who you are. So, let's... Let's welcome, firstly, before we go any further, Captain Stig and Captain Scheller here this morning. Philip, our host and director, is here as well this morning. also many members of our hotel officers have joined us, and our marine officers as well, everybody. So let's welcome our executive committee of our hotel team who are here. Before we move on, and finally, before we do move on, I'd just like to acknowledge many members of our Miami team have joined us. Our leadership team have come on for this final 4 days because our Miami team are the most incredible support team to everything that's happened. Everything that's happened. You don't think that we're doing all on board. It is a massive team effort. So thank you to everybody for joining us for these last few days and taking all the credit. Right, so let's move on. You know what I mean. Okay. So I'd now like to welcome the gentleman, of course, who is our CEO and president of the company, taking questions this morning. Not just questions, we're going to take your compliments about me as well. Anything you want, you can say. Anything you want, you can join. So please welcome, anticipation over 9 months, everybody, our president and CEO of Royal Caribbean International, Michael Bayley, is with us today.
It's good. By the way, Ken's here, in case you were wondering. If we're going to be here for an hour, though, I'm going to need a seat at some point, so I don't know who's in charge of that. Maybe a couple of seats if we have guests and stuff like that. Well, what can I say? It was 9 months ago. Well, let's do it again. We're going to talk about that. It was 9 months ago when we had that event in the Intercontinental in Miami. Remember that? I remember how unbelievably excited everybody was. It was exciting for us to interact and see how literally there was so much anticipation, and you were all so excited, and we were all so worried. We're thinking, uh-oh. Well, we hope this goes well. And I guess it really did go well. So congratulations. A real congratulations to all of you for being great adventurers. What an unbelievable step you took, and you really trusted Royal Caribbean. And I think we collectively tried our absolute best to make sure that you had a grand adventure, once in a lifetime, true, genuine exploration. And it was just amazing to watch all of this on social media and listen to all of the different stories that came from this ship. What an incredible time. I only now wish that we'd actually put a TV crew on board and made a whole, like, you know, multi-part sequel of the trials and tribulations of the Ultimate World Cruise. The dramas, Is it a bad idea? Yeah, but you're not responsible for generating revenue. Sometimes we've got to dig deep. But seriously, it's I mean, genuinely, I think it's wonderful to see what's happened. And I joked at the beginning of the 9 months ago that the only thing that we forgot to do was to put the therapists on board. And again, after I left that event, I thought, yeah, we really should have put some therapists on board. But apparently they weren't needed that often.
A few times.
But Josh said it quite well at the beginning of the introduction. You know, now you've got a really big transition to undertake. And, you know, many of you, not all of you, but many of you have got to go back to reality. So I'm sure you're asking questions like, you know, where do clean towels come from? How do you cook an egg? these fundamental questions. Over the next few days, we'll try to help you with that. But if you go on go on TikTok, you can, how to cook an egg, where the clean towels come from, they'll explain it to you, so you can start to get yourself ready for the real world. It was wonderful to see the genuine response to the crew and the captains, the Stig and Shell. I mean, what in the business that we're in the cruise business, these ships, as you know, are giant, floating, unbelievably sophisticated sailing systems. And with a lot of people on board. And of course, the captain's role is often underestimated in today's world, but the ultimate world voyage really was and did require the best captains to make all of the thousands of decisions. All of the thousands of decisions that are made on a constant basis that ensure that the ship is safe, that navigation is just right, that all of the precautions are taken, that really terrible weather is avoided, that all and everything that should be working works the way it does. You can imagine how many things go wrong on a ship of this size. If you think about your own home and all the things that go wrong all the time that you've got to fix, ships are just the same thing, but even more complicated. And it's the captains that oversee the entire organization and that really, really genuinely make this work. And it's, at Royal Caribbean, our philosophy has always been, we never go and hire a captain. Our captains have always been with the company for many decades, and they've come through many experiences, and they've gone through many different positions, and when we make them a captain, they've typically been on board Royal Caribbean ships for decades. And they really have got an incredible experience and breadth and width and wisdom, because ultimately it's the wisdom that helps really run these ships and make sure everything runs the right way. So we thought it was an appropriate time to award both captains with their Pinnacle membership. Know, there are pinnacles in here? Okay, stand up, pinnacles. Let's see all the pinnacles. All right. Thank you. And as everybody knows, when you're interacting with a pinnacle, they know a lot. So we thought the captains know a lot, they should at least be pinnacles. So Stig and Shell, if you can come out, we'd like to continue our pinnacle award. Now, you know what it's like to be a pinnacle. You are now going to be officially become a pinnacle. Here's your Pinnacle Club kit. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Michael. I remember very clearly that 1st of May 92, I was walking on board the Sun Viking as a first officer. And little did I know by then that some 32 years later, I would be in command of on the Ultimate World Cruise. It's been a great honor. It's been very, very glad to be here. Yeah, thank you everybody. It's a great honor to have become a member of such a prestigious club. And I look forward to it. Now I can come and visit you in the Pinnacle Lounge.
Okay. So we've got, I think we're going to have now open this up for questions or comments. We have I think we've got some folks out with microphones.
We do.
Wherever you may be.
Sheena's to your left. Sheena, everybody. Sheena's to your left.
Sheena's to the left.
Right, we also have, we have Shireen just down here to your
Shireen,
right.
okay.
We have Karina up on top left.
Karina, top left. Hi, Karina.
And Romeo on the top right.
Romeo.
On top right. Great.
So I have to tell you, Romeo's my 15-year-old son, and I thought that if he's going to come on this trip with me for a few days, he'd have to work for a living. So, plus it's free labor. I mean, it helps us a lot, right? So, bottom line, yeah. Okay, so let's open it up for questions. I think I know. I'm going to guess. Let me think what the first question may be. It's going to be difficult, but I think I've got it.
Hi, I'm Craig. I'm from Orlando. I just wanted to give a shout out to the crew staff officers and the ground support people. And I mean, it is truly a ultimate world cruise. It was just absolutely wonderful. Well done, everyone. That being said, probably that's what the first question is. There's quite a few of us are ready to do this again. I'll sign up today to repeat it, and I would just like to encourage you to do one sooner than later. Don't wait too long. Strike while the iron is hot. And yeah, we're not getting any younger.
None of us are. Yeah, what the hell? Let's just keep this ship going. Did you bring your credit cards with you? First of all, thank you for the compliment for the crew and the teams in Miami, and I totally agree. I mean, we have best crew in the world on board this ship.
Yeah!
What an incredible job they've done, and what beautiful people they are. So, thank you for that. And then, of course, for all of us, our shoreside teams, a big thank you. I mean, there's so many people to thank. I would point out Naomi, I think, has been just the glue. And Naomi really has been so patient and has just managed to deal with so many problems and challenges in such a calm, friendly way. And I think she's managed to get everybody to support her and to help solve all of the different problems and what have you. And she's just done it in such a wonderful way. So thank you for that. It's just a pleasure. It's also great actually to watch how Naomi has grown as a leader and a manager over the period of this time. I was talking to someone this morning and said it's just interesting to see how, you know, these experiences change people so much. I mean, it changes everybody. It changes, I'm sure many of you have gone through changes with this experience, and also for many of the team members who've been involved in this project have gone through their own personal journey of changes, and they've matured in many ways to become really, different people in such a good way. So I think it's been an experience for everybody. And I'd also like to thank Lally and her team, the whole customer service team, communications, Nancy, of course, and that whole organization for loyalty and everything, and that whole team and everybody who's helped us. I know you know, the controversial survey that we did. Remember the Africa or not Africa? Did you guys like the outcome of that?
Yeah!
Oh, thank God for that. That worked out well. We didn't invite the others, actually, so it's just you guys. So the second part of the question, or the other question, is: are we going to do another Ultimate World Cruise? And the answer is yes, we are going to do another Ultimate World Cruise. The next part of the question is, well, when the hell is that Ultimate World Cruise? Tuesday. We're not entirely sure yet. We're still working our way through it. Who said that? Where are you? Yes. Okay. But we're announcing today that we are going to hold a Ultimate World Cruise reunion cruise. The reunion cruise, we are going to announce the next World Cruise. And when we announce the next World Cruise on the reunion cruise, we will only open it for sale for those people who are on the reunion cruise. So the first 24 hours will be for you alone, so you can pick the best rooms and all whatever you want to do to make sure it works for you. So the reunion cruise will be literally 1 year from pretty much today. It will be in Alaska because I think you missed Alaska. So it will be on this ship. So it's kind of like a little bit of a part 2 of the Ultimate World Cruise, because we know, you know, circumstances were the way they were. So you'll go to Alaska, you'll be on Serenade, it'll be everybody you've formed relationships with, and it'll be on, I think, September the 7th. Yeah. And I think we may have a little video we're going to show. Let me get out of the way. So let's show the video for the Alaska reunion cruise. Okay, if you can't, go book it today, tomorrow, the next day. What? It's too short? This is a reunion cruise, it's like a party. It's a sampler. Don't worry, we'll have the next World Cruise ready for you in Alaska. Oh, by the way, somebody asked about the video at the beginning of the event. That was put together by Martina. I don't know, Martina.
Yeah!
I can't see that, but Martina. What?
She's waving frantically.
She's waving frantically. Oh, I see. Yeah, she's way back there. Hi, Martina. So Martina put that together, and we will be sending that to you as part of a link. We're going to be sending you some letters, you know, how did it go, that kind of stuff, and then there'll be links. And one of the links will be this video. And there'll be some other links as well, the videos and what have you, that hopefully you'll really enjoy as well. Plus there'll be another survey that comes out to you asking more like in-depth questions and things like that. So you'll have more of an opportunity to provide, you know, written feedback, more than the normal feedback system, so that we can make sure that we've captured a lot of your experiences and how you think about how it could be better, what we could do to improve the experience and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be coming in the coming week or so. Yeah, probably when you get home you'll start receiving the emails. Okay, so
Shireen has a question, just your right.
Yes.
Good morning. Hi, just tell us your name and where you're from.
Joe Cantu, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Hey, I wanted to thank you for being spot on for picking the cruise directors, Joff and Michaela. They had to be creative. They had to come up with stuff and schedule events and other things. Anyway, I just wanted to say that it was like amazing that they like just created all this stuff. So.
well, I can tell you what helped them. We loosened our drug policy for cruise directors. I think that was a great stimulant to the creativity. So if they ever looked a little blurry-eyed, it's probably because they were stoned. But it worked, so congratulations. Thank you, gentlemen. Good job. Yeah, don't say anything. Your supervisor's down there.
That means we can, Michaela. You time to come. We can. Right, we have Sheila just towards the back on the left-hand side here, Michael. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Rieke Hofstein, and I'm married to Byron Ross, and it's our first time on the Serenade of the Sea. We thanked everybody, but the only people we didn't thank, I'm sorry, I'm French, it's the restaurant, and Shayna, and all the people behind the entertainment, and Dolly, the manager of the guest services, and Tinasha, or I call him Darling. I call them actually all darling and sweethearts, and they all get a kiss from me. And whether you're a man or a woman, you always got a kiss. And I just want to thank you because the crew made this crew possible, this voyage. The crew that work in the kitchen and work that help make our bed, and all those people, I would like to thank them from the bottom of my heart, because apart from making my bed beautiful, they work so hard, and 9 months was a long time for some of them that left and came back and still had the biggest smile on their face. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Balcony, Michael, just to the left of the balcony. Good morning. Who do we have there?
Hello, Michael. So my name is Mike Jacobs. My wife Nancy here, and so you got the question about the next world cruise. You're going to do one. We'd love to hear that. The other thing is this particular ship and this size of ship is fantastic. And we love the Oasis Class. For some reason, we haven't been able to go on Icon yet. I think something's been happening. But we love that class, but having a small ship that can go into ports, that can, explore the world like this, there's just no ship like this in the fleet. And we're certainly hoping with the next series of ships. Can you tell us anything about that, and what's going to happen, and you give us any information there on that?
So again, a couple of us were talking this morning about the Serenade and the Radiance class, and many of us brought this ship out 21 years ago, and were involved in helping create this class of ships. So I think we all agree this class it's a phenomenal class of ship. It's exceptionally well built. The attention to detail is fantastic. They really are a beautiful ship. In many ways, they're very classic, and they're very beautiful, very, very nautical, maritime, and I don't know how easy it is to drive these ships, but obviously the captains did an amazing job with Serenade on this trip. So we recognize that these ships are really important. This ship is 21 years old, and typically we think about a ship life as around 30 years. that's when we start thinking that we have to exit the ship from the brand, and because we're always bringing in new ships. So to get to your question about, well, the next class, which is called Discovery Class, which we are now immersed class, which is called Discovery Class, which we are now immersed. More information to provide, except that we're really trying to figure it out.
Thanks very much indeed for the question. Thank you. We have a very excited son to the top right on the balcony. Michael, good morning.
Good morning. My name's Terry. I'm on this wonderful cruise with my husband Jason, and I just want to let everyone know that we appreciated the acceptance of everyone on board, the crew, the guests, and above all, we are so, I don't know how to describe it, the warmth and the smiles that we got every day from the crew, from the staff. I better stop now before I start to cry. It's just been wonderful. And
well, thank you. I do have to say that I've always found many years ago I worked on ships for over a decade, and all the way through the 80s, and with Raymond, who's here, also worked on the ships all the way through the 80s. We were having coffee this morning talking about what an incredible experience it was working on the ships in the 80s. I mean, it really was incredible. This was with Royal Caribbean. And we were also commenting on how unbelievably accepting and how it was kind of this incredible society of crew members, and everybody accepted everybody with no judgment. And I would say that was 40-something years ago, and you still see it now in the culture on the ships is exactly the same. It's remarkable, and you see all of the things in media and all of the conversations that go on today, and you think, wow, that's just not our reality at all. It's quite remarkable. But thank you very much for your comment. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sheen is at the back to the left-hand side. Who have we got there? Good morning.
I'm slow. My name is Patricia Murphy. I'm one of the 2 that are on this ship. Every time we change guest services, I have to go down and explain that to them. Anyway, talking about your perfect staff as far as I'm concerned. Since I have been on here, I have become bosom buddies with your medical staff, which is not what I expected. But they have taken excellent care of me. They're continuing to take care of me because I have an injection I cannot give myself when they come every night and give it to me, which I am overly appreciative of. The guest services, those are my personal assistants. You just know that. Room service, all I have to do is say, hi. Oh, Miss Pat. Okay, which one do you want? Because I have standing orders. JCN out of the Windjammer. Oh, what she has been able to do for me, because if you have a food allergy and you want to learn about it, I can tell you about it. Okay? Room attendants, what can I say? The only thing I didn't like was you changed them on me. People, I have met a lot of people. A lot of these people, don't ask me what their name is, but we'll wave and say hi, and they'll ask me how I'm feeling. There's been a neighborhood created on here I now have a new family. Entertainment? Hey, I don't know what to tell you about that. I would like for them to be in my living room each night so I can have personal entertainment. Okay? Just saying. But my serious part, if I miss any group, I apologize. Believe me, you are my best buddies. Okay? My serious part of what I would like to ask you is when you get the people, I know you said you're going to send out the surveys so people can give you feedback, but my question to you is, could you have virtually, whatever, a person like myself that can give you in-depth information on how certain things did and did not go? I know this was a learning cruise, okay? So because it was number one, you know there's going to be things that everybody cannot think of before something else is done and set up. But I would volunteer my services to you to give you feedback as a passenger and as my little side gig, which I won't talk about right now, on how a few things, just a couple little things that could be done that would, I think, enhance the experience for a few people like me. But this was very enjoyable. I will be seeing you in September. Yes. September anyway, because you usually come to our conference and you know what I'm talking about. So thank you everybody sitting, and thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. So in terms of the comments on individual feedback, we've got various ways that we get a lot of feedback. Obviously, we've received a huge amount of feedback over the last 9 months, and many of our managers and team members have been sharing that feedback. We've been collecting that feedback. A lot of people have been learning during the 9-month period. The survey overall just helps us really try to prioritize some of the issues or areas. We'll get a lot of good feedback, but we'll soon learn from that overall survey of everybody what are the real big things that we didn't get the way we should have got. So, and that will often lead us to do focus groups, which is typically what we do when we're trying to research something for the product, is that we try to understand the issues, and then we'll go and try and deep dive into certain topics in more detail if we can't figure it out. So thank you, I appreciate your offer, and I'll see you in the conference. I don't really know which conference you are referring to, but I did go to a few, so I'm sure I'll see you there.
Thank you very much indeed, Pat. Thank you. Okay, I have Shireen right at the front row. Good morning. How are you?
Edward from Florida. I just want to agree with everyone what they said. The crew has been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you can't ask for a better crew. I think this has been probably the best crew I've ever sailed with. They've been that good. And that goes for the supervisors, everyone on the ship is fantastic. Behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. I have two questions though. If you cannot make it to the September Alaska reunion, is there any other way that we will be able to book our cruise or find out when it is? And my second question is, what is the progress on the beach club on Paradise Island?
So on the, thank you for the comment and the compliments of the crew. I think, it is wonderful to hear all of this incredible feedback for the crew members. I mean, I think we're all crew members. And so I think it's just a wonderful thing to get that feedback, so thank you for that. On the guests who've sailed on the Ultimate World Cruise, yes, we'll make sure that anyone who sailed on the Ultimate World Cruise will have dibs on the opening sale of the next World Cruise. So we'll make sure that happens for sure, yeah. Like a 24-hour window. We do it sometimes when we open new ships. We give certain, like Pinnacle members, we give some period of time. So we'll figure it out. So yes, the answer is yeah. Yeah, I understand, yeah. Yeah, we'll make sure that you get that opportunity in the window. And then on the Royal Beach Club, yes. So we're working on the Royal Beach Club in the Bahamas, the Royal Beach Club in Cozumel, Mexico, and the Royal Beach Club in South Pacific. And each of those projects, I think we're aiming to have the Royal Beach Club Bahamas open towards the end of next year. We're looking at fourth quarter 2025. And then for Royal Beach Club Cozumel, we're looking at 2026, and also for South Pacific, either 26 or 27, we're not sure yet. So those projects are underway, and the one in the Bahamas is well underway. There's construction starting, and so we're hoping that'll all go to plan. You know, it's what we've learned in these projects in islands or countries around the world is that, then, you know, like anything, they just don't go to plan. But we've got a plan. So that's good to know.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, I know there's lots of hands going up, and we will try to come to as many people as we can. Michael, top right, up on the balcony, we have, right there. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Mary, and I'm sitting in the seat I've sat in for 9 months, enjoying entertainment, enjoying enrichment lectures, enjoying shore excursion talks. It's been absolutely amazing. And everyone else has talked about how amazing a journey it's been. I'd also like to know, we crashed the internet as all of us booked September 7th reunion cruise up here. So,
oh, we crashed it already?
We crashed it, but it's back up. But my question, I have two questions. One is, as you look back at the journey, both the planning and the execution of the World Cruise, what were you most pleased with or surprised about? And what was the most difficult thing out of all of it, besides us?
Well, apart from the emails I got occasionally from when people are upset about something, I would say it's the shipboard team that's you know, managed the relationship, managed these dynamics beautifully and incredibly well. I mean, you can just feel that vibe when you come on the ship and you talk to everybody. Everybody's delighted, happy, everybody compliments the crew. So all of that, certainly from my perspective, has been how we would love it to be. It's been very successful. From a planning, I think the most difficult thing was when we initially made the decision to embark on the Ultimate World Cruise. If you remember, we were kind of coming out of the pandemic. There was a lot of doom and gloom in the world. There was a lot of, you know, everything's going to be terrible kind of perspective, particularly in our industry, our business, you know, travel and then cruise. There was a lot of weight around us. So I think when I'm delighted that we made the decision to open and promote the Ultimate World Cruise at that time, because it allowed us to break away from all of that doom and gloom and talk about the beauty of travel and the adventure of cruise and the ocean sailing. And I think the idea was a great idea, and I'm happy that we embraced it, and I'm happy we launched the Ultimate World Cruise. And now, 9 months later, when I sit here, when I've been on board for just probably less than 24 hours, just talking to so many people and seeing the happiness and the joy that it's brought so many people, I feel delighted that we took the risk and we made the decision. And so I think that would be I'm not sure if I answered your question completely, but that's certainly how I feel about it. And I would believe my colleagues would feel the same way about it. Everybody's kind of nodding. Actually, I think they're just telling me to shut up, but I think everybody would agree. But like everything in life, you know, risk, reward. You know, you all took the risk. We took the risk. I think it's been rewarding for so many people, including the crew.
Michael, right at the very back, Sheena's frantically waving. Who do we have there? Morning.
Good morning. My name is Bridget, and I'm from Canada.
Good morning.
My question is, as we have noticed, the world is changing about cruise ships. We definitely saw it also, especially for the people who have traveled before, that they don't want us in the ports anymore, and then once they do, they take us to the commercial ports, which is really a big inconvenience because we are so much farther from where the action is for us, which is to see the churches and to visit the sites. And if you have to travel 2-3 hours just to get there and come back, it's not really a port stop anymore. So in your ships, especially Royal Caribbean, they have become humongous, to say it mildly. How do you see the future, not only for your company, but all cruise ships in general for the future?
Well, I see the future is very bright. I think, it's sometimes cruise ships become a target based upon very little information or misinformation that's provided. I think it's incumbent on us to improve as an industry and as a company in our communication over the impact, both positive and negative, on communities. People always underestimate the value of tourism. And if you look at the global tourism industry, cruise, I think, is less than 2% of tourism. And yet often we're kind of targeted as you guys are bringing a lot of people to destinations, which is true. People never really comment on the economic value of the tourism that, for example, cruise brings. In the Caribbean, for example, which is the kind of the center of cruise activity, I'm going to say a statistic. It's not just so I'm not quoted as giving an inaccurate statistic. This is an inaccurate statistic, but directionally, in the Caribbean, something like 60% of every Caribbean country's GDP is tourism. And in the Caribbean, over 50% pretty much of all tourists that travel through the Caribbean come on cruise. So there's always two sides to a coin, and in relation to the impact, there are some incredibly positive attributes that come from our business. For example, our crew members that come from 120 different countries around the world. We have family generations of crew members who work with Royal Caribbean. There's many on board this ship today who've sent their kids to college, have made investments, have built a family life, have taken care of their elders, have lived a good life through their association with the cruise industry and with Royal Caribbean. On the issue of environmental impact, we, like everybody else, we're all part of the same community. Sometimes we feel like we get targeted as if we're trying to do something negative. That's not the case. Time passes, and as time passes, society's views change. At the moment, there's a highlight over all environmental issues. We've got some of the most incredible technology that we've invested in that allow us to stand shoulder to shoulder with pretty much any community that anyone here lives in. If you look at our waste management systems, our water management systems, the amount of garbage that goes from a cruise ship at Royal Caribbean into a landfill is tiny. If you look at the amount of garbage that goes from your home into a landfill, it's pretty big. So I'm not trying to excuse it, but the investment that we make in technology, particularly as it relates to energy. So for example, all of the work that needs to take place in future fuel. What is the future fuel? If you talk to all of the experts on Utopia of the Seas, when we introduced the ship, we had a conference, a summit, and we brought people from all over the world, from the shipping industry, from energy, to talk about the way forward, particularly as it relates to the future fuels. What is the future fuel? Our new ships are what's called hybrid ships, which means they're capable of using traditional marine oil or LNG. Now, when we started building and designing those ships with LNG was the future fuel. Now, of course, 7 to 10 years later, there's negativity over what's called slippage, which is again being resolved. But that is automatically 25% better in terms of carbon footprint. So we are committed to a bright future. We are putting a lot of time and energy and resources into not only our environmental impact, but also as it relates to our impact with tourism. And we have many conversations with communities about ways of planning for tourism. Some statistics, for example, in Europe, often the cruise is quoted as bringing too many people in. But if you do look at the actual statistics, cruise tourism as a percentage of tourism in Europe has declined. Things like Airbnb is a massive driver of tourism into cities, but often that's not talked about, sometimes it is. So it's a long, rambling answer. I think in summary, we understand we have a responsibility. We have a very clear roadmap on sustainability. We're investing heavily in future technologies. Every time we introduce a new ship, it is incredibly more efficient as it relates to carbon footprint. We're very proud of many of our technologies as it relates to waste management, and we're very proud of our contribution to communities that we visit around the world, including things that we do in terms of helping develop communities with support. For example, in Haiti, where we have a private destination in Labadee, it is Royal Caribbean that built the school for the community in Labadee, Haiti, the entire school. We built that school decades ago. We have educated thousands of children in Labadee. We put in the freshwater system and the sewage system in that community. Royal Caribbean did that. You know, we've done a lot, and we continue to do a lot in terms of helping communities, particularly when we're directly related with tourism activities. So I could go on for a lot longer, but I'm not going to, and I really hope that answered your question. If it didn't, I'd happily talk about it with you afterwards.
Thanks very much, Lee. Thank you. Thanks for the question. Serene, to our right-hand side, actually just towards the back. Good morning. Hi.
Hi. My name is Miriam Morgan, and I'm from Texas. First of all, I would like to really thank our cruise directors, Joff and Kelly. They're so, with their warmth and Joff's crazy sense of humor. That, you know, when you're stressed out and he comes to the stage and have all these jokes, you can't help but just laugh. Thank you very much. And also for providing us the voices of Royal. Excellent job. Also for providing us a top-notch orchestra. I would like to extend my gratitude to the excursion desk that are so helpful and understanding with those who have medical issues. People who others might think they don't have medical issues, but have hidden medical issues, that they are so understanding and very, very patient. So maybe if you hire a therapist, they should be the first ones who have the service of the therapist, because they have all these equal complaints. And so I really do appreciate and extend my gratitude to them. And also, I would like to thank you for providing us a dentist. Eating healthy is Eating healthy can have a consequence because I like nuts. And one day I bit on a walnut and broke my tooth. And it was so painful. And thank goodness for an excellent endodontist on the show. And I really do appreciate that, and hopefully a dentist will be a part of the medical team. Thank you.
Well, that's some great feedback, and it's interesting on the dentist. We did put the dentist on board, and in fact at the time it was a big topic of discussion. Oh, we better get a dentist, and now we've started to put design spaces on our new ships for dentists for the crew. So the main thing get other ideas. Also on the therapist question, interestingly, we've actually now started to experiment with therapists on we're modeling and we'll put some therapists on some of our ships for the crew as well. Same thing for any kind of support they may need. So.
That's awesome.
Thank you for the question as well. Thank you. The dentist was just here as a fill-in. Romero, up on the top right, on the balcony. We can take 3 questions, by the way. We can take 3 more questions. Who do we have there?
Hi, this is Pat from Alaska.
Good morning.
Appreciate everything Royal Caribbean put on an awesome world cruise. We had a lot of fun. I know it was very challenging for you guys and everything. But one of the things I really enjoyed, and Josh was saying it was the first time that we've done on this cruise, was recognizing the crew in the weather. So I hope going forward that you guys start doing this on other ships, because we really did enjoy that, and I'm sure the crew really enjoyed it too, because I was able to take video of them and pass it on to them, and they really enjoyed it, and they were sending it to their home and to their friends and family. And so I think that's really important to recognize the crew and to do that on the month, for the month of the crew and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys continue doing that, because it was really enjoyable.
Thanks very much. Thank you. We'll put our top tier during the crew ceremony and the Employee of the Month awards and all sorts of things over the 17 voyages. Thank you very much. Okay, Sheila's to our left-hand side, Michael. Good morning. Hi.
Good morning, Anthony Antoine from Atlanta. I want to reiterate what everyone said about the staff, the captains, the director. This was really the great travel joy of my life. So thank you to Royal Caribbean, and the staff on board was really, truly unmatched. And one of the things that hasn't been mentioned, I want to thank every one of you for helping to create an awesome experience as well. So thank you to us for being a part of this trip. My question for you, Michael, would be this, and I'm curious. And we take one step back. I thank everyone who helped with independent journeys, because as I understand it, there's someone on board who took 11 of them, and that was extra. And so, yeah, thank you to everyone who helped with the independent journeys. Whoever that person is. I have a question for you, Michael. When I got on board, I wonder if Royal Caribbean was caught off guard by the media attention, and in particular, passenger social media, if that was something that Royal Caribbean was caught off guard by, and what role do you see social media, either Royal Caribbean social media or passenger social media, in the next upcoming World Cruise?
That's a great question. A huge amount of our presence, communication, marketing is through social media. We have a big social media team, and we learned pretty quickly that social media is pretty much some years ago, the emerging new media. The traditional media, which we still are very much engaged with, is different than social media. Interestingly, some years ago, when social media started to take hold, I remember many times we would have incidents or situations where a guest or a crew member would post something, not nice about Royal Caribbean, and we'd get all worked up about it and try to figure out how we could shut it down and, all that kind of stuff. And then we learned that you just, as long as your core is good and your values are good and you're doing the right thing and you're genuine about the business that you operate, what we found is that it all gets self-regulated through community. And that's really true today. I think we were surprised by the response that we saw on social media. For a period of time, I can't remember where this cruise stood in the grand scheme of things, and I don't know whether anyone remembers, but this became, one of the top social media topics in the United States for a while. I remember someone telling me, and I was like, huh? And sure enough, and it continued to be really popular, and our response really was fantastic. I mean, it's great. you know, because there's all of this engagement with Royal Caribbean and the Ultimate World Cruise, and that's exciting. So we viewed it in a very positive way. Yeah, we've talked about how you know, for the next Ultimate World Cruise, how should we approach it in a more planned way in terms of our social media approach? And that, you know, there has been all kinds of discussions about how, you know, what should we do, what could we do, and but I don't think we've reached any conclusions yet. And we certainly make sure that if whatever we would do, we'd share it with everybody before we did it. If you're booking the Ultimate World Cruise, we wouldn't try to turn it into some kind of, you know, event thing. But it's a great question. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Now, we have two big features to come in just a moment, so don't go anywhere. We have a final question, Michael, just to your right-hand side with Shireen. Good morning, Cyrus.
Good morning, Michael. Cyrus and Donna Stanek, we're from West Virginia. You may remember back in December we talked a little bit about the Northwest Passage and having a smaller ice-rated ship that would do it. A philosophy question, more or less. When we went around Africa, it was the world cruisers and their friends and family. When we went to Europe, it was summer vacation in Europe, and we were a minority. Do you have any thoughts on ship fill for future world cruises so that we kind of maintain the same vibe all the way through?
Good question.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, in the perfect world, we would have loved the Ultimate World Cruise to be filled with Ultimate World Cruisers from day one throughout the entire voyage. Of course, that's what we would like to have happened. It didn't, you know, we planned for the regionals and then the individual itineraries. And obviously, as a business, we have to figure out how we can make sure that we're filling our ships. But we realized that it caused some friction and it caused some concerns, and it became complicated for a lot of people to manage that. One of the things that we have now is experience. So we did learn a lot. We learned a lot about our pricing and how we went to market in the beginning. I think one of the reasons why we need some time before we're ready to announce the next World Cruise is we do want to take a lot of the feedback. We do want to work through it all, and we do need to understand how we're going to, as we call it, go to market with the product. The great thing is we've finished this World Cruise. It's been a huge success. There's been a lot of feedback. There's more to come, and then the next Ultimate World Cruise it'll be the same but different. And part of our mission is to try to figure out how can we go to market and sell all of our rooms on the Ultimate World Cruise so everybody's on the Ultimate World Cruise. That would be, you know, obviously it makes sense. It's a simpler proposition, less complicated. So we're learning our way through it, and I would say that's how we operate. That's how we've operated our business all the time. We very often, whenever we put we call them products or a ship into a new market in a new set of itineraries, we always know the first year there'll be a load of learnings for us, and then over time we get it right. And that's exactly what we'd like to do with this. So thank you for the question. It's a great question. And so I think it's time to wrap up. But I know we've got something very important now coming. But I do want to thank you. I'll be on board for a few days. Please, if you have other comments, just stop me and share your comments with me. And again, congratulations. Thank you so much for all of your kind words to the crew members. And it's been a pleasure. I'll see you around the ship. Thank you. Oh yes, okay. We're going to give away some prizes.
By the way, hi everybody. I'm Ken Rush, one of the directors of entertainment. I hope you'll join us back in here today for the big Make-A-Wish auction. Wait till you see what we're going to auction off. It is some incredible items you definitely do not want to miss. But right now we're going to give away 4 prizes, right? 4 prizes. Michael, guess what the first one is? A picture frame of the Serenade of the Seas.
So I do have to say that this is probably the worst prize on the planet. And we had a meeting this morning. Every day we have a morning meeting to talk about what's going on, and we were talking about the prizes, and I think it was Ken said that the first prize in the raffle will be a framed picture of Serenade of the Seas. And there was a collective, like, oh. Then we realized it was comical, so we left it in. So if you do win this prize, don't worry, you're still going to qualify for the next 4 prizes. No. Oh, that's a great idea. We're going to put this prize as a bonus with the real prize that is the next prize. So we have 4 good prizes, and if you win this next prize, which is the Star of the Seas cruise for 2, either pre-inaugural or just after inaugural. So you'll be able to sail on Star. That's sailing on it'll be the 2 3-night cruises on Star of the Seas sometime in probably August of next year. So maybe you could do it before you go to Serenade up in Alaska. And there's that, plus you get beautiful framed pictures of Serenade of the Seas.
Is that Serenade of the Seas in Alaska? Where is that?
I think it's actually the Jordan Seas, but...
No. It could be Alaska. There's some snow on a mountain. So just pretend it's Alaska and pretend it's Serenade of the Seas.
So they have this great randomizer, Michael. Everybody in this room, all the world cruisers, only the world cruisers, are up for this raffle right now.
Now, after you said that, if you call out the name and nobody answers, you're not going to look so great here.
Well, hopefully they came this morning.
Yeah.
It looks like everybody did come.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I'm just trying to help you.
If they're not here, are we still giving them the prize?
Yes,
I
think
we're giving them the prize.
Well, no, if they're Ultimate World Cruisers, they should qualify, right?
Yeah.
Come on, where's your sense of community? Look at you guys. It's like Survivor. So screw them, they're not here. Forget it.
Whether they're here or not, let's see, but I hope they're here because it makes it more fun.
Okay, eyes to the screen. Here we go, everybody. It's
Preview
spinning,
cruise on
spinning,
board Star of the Seas. 2 on the balcony goes to...
The winning person is... Jennifer Macy on deck 10. Where are you, Jennifer? Are you here?
Jennifer, are you here? Wait, Jennifer, you don't need to come down. But give Jennifer a big round of applause right there. Jennifer, we're going to send that information to your room, okay? We'll send it to your room. Remember, everybody, the more you applaud, the better the karma, and you could be the next winner. Give it up for Jennifer.
Are we keeping Jennifer in the next draw? Or are we removing her? Are we removing her?
We're removing her.
We'll remove her.
Yep.
We'll remove her. Get security in. Remove her. Get her out of here. Get her out.
Not remove her.
Okay. All right, we're set. Next prize is...
Another? It's another. Star of the Seas.
Jennifer again. Here we go. The wheel is on the spin. Star for 2. The winner this time is... Michael on deck 8.
Michael, Z, are you here? Make some noise, Michael Z, if you're here.
Michael.
No, come on. We all agreed because they're world cruisers, we're going to send that nice surprise to Michael to his room.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think what about for the number 1 prize? What happens if they're not here?
Well, then maybe we do another one.
Well, all right, okay. Let's upgrade the next prize to the same as the first prize then.
Okay, so the next
Let's go
2.
big, yeah.
Okay, the next 2.
So this is this will be a cruise on the reunion cruise on Serenade of the Seas 4-2. That's it.
Yes, no, that's terrific. So the people who booked already, you're going to have to take your reservation away if you win it, right? So here we go.
How could they book already?
They did it up on the internet.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. This is getting complicated now. We should have thought about this first.
We're spinning. We're spinning.
Okay, here we go.
Next up.
Wyatt.
A lot of people know who Wyatt is, right?
He's here? He's at the next cruise desk buying the cruise he's just got for nothing.
Yes, that's very funny.
Okay, let's just not tell him.
We'll send that to Wyatt.
Okay.
And we're going to do another one of these, right?
Another. Serenade of the Seas, September the 7th, for 2.
We're on the spin.
Here we go.
We're on the spin. Next up is this person, Gilbert. Bushwitz. On decades.
Gilbert, are you here?
What?
Wyatt's a kid, so it goes to his parents. Party of 4 will go to him.
Party of 4. Oh, that's 2. Yeah,
So
that's...
wait a minute, Gilbert's not here? Can we do one more until we find somebody that's here, please?
Should we just give away a free cruise to everybody?
No. We can't go that far. We can't go that far. Oh, one more for this one?
He was doing so well.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay, one more.
Big feature yet to come. Don't go anywhere, everybody.
Who's wheeling that wheel?
Final one is William Ray. William Ray.
We're going to be giving away more drawings like this throughout, especially for you guys. And again, please come back for the Make-A-Wish auction today. Myself and these two wonderful. By the way, this makes me very happy as their boss that you guys love both Joff and McKelly so much. So thank you very, very much. Join us back here for Make-A-Wish, but you have another surprise,
We
right?
do. We have one more surprise. One more surprise. We are 2 days ago. 2 days ago, we were all in the centre. Who was there for the Ultimate World Cruise Guest Choir? Who was there for the choir? Now it was busy, but we thought it was so good. We had a tip-off that video footage got to Michael, had been sent back to Miami before Michael even joined, and he said, please can we have them performing to close down the Common Ground. So I'm going to invite our World Cruise Guest Choir to join me down here. Now they obviously know. As you're making your way up these steps, please use the handrails. Please use the handrails. Sanitize at the top, and then please be careful. There are lights in place. You could trip, and just be careful as you go. Obviously, Toby is going to put you in place. We're just going to move you just back into these lights, everybody. Amazing. Come on back, and we'll put the same formation that you had. In the centre. I know we haven't had a chance to really get together and do a full rehearsal with you here, because none of you knew until 9:20 this morning, so probably the reason why. So, whilst we're just getting ourselves set, Make-A-Wish auction, please come back. It is for the Ultimate World Cruise guests only. We have some very unique items that will be going under the hammer, that we'll be auctioning off with Ken, myself, and McKaylee. Sheena's going to be here. A lot of people are going to be here. 1:15. We'll open the doors at 12:45. Some super unique things that you would never know that we were going to put off. Right. Let's get ourselves set. I'd just like to quickly mention 2 people. Toby, our musical director, everybody. Dominic, who is our guest choir master. Dominic was even given a small baton as a gift from the World Cruise, which I think he has there. There he is. And Julian's here, one of our forces of royal. We can leave it to Dominic. Enjoy our closing number. Mickey, where's Mickey? Mickey on the keys, everybody! Mickey on the keys!
Bless you.
kama jaribu lakini utuokoe na yule muokoe milele.
Before I let the cruise choir go, we are just going to move back our Make-A-Wish auction by 15 minutes to 1:30 because we've overrun a little bit here. So we're going to do 1:30 or 1:15. Champagne brunch is on the way next. Make-A-Wish auction at 1:30 this afternoon. Thank you very much indeed. We'll let you go back and enjoy. And applause one more time, Michael Bayley, everybody. Michael, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
So that was fun.
Have a great day, everybody. See you back here at 1:30. Thank you. Good morning.
So Highlights reunion cruise next year, September, on Serenade of the Seas. And on that cruise, they'll announce the next full world cruise. So that's kind of, there was a lot of people talking and stuff, but that was the highlights of it. And yeah, thank you for joining the live.